Good morning, children. Welcome to the class. I hope you all are safe at home. Now, in the previous class, we have discussed about tanks. What are the importances of tanks? How are they useful? And why are we not using tanks now? And what did the government do to renovate the tanks, rebuild the tanks, and dig tanks? And I think I told you all to know about Mission Kakatiya and all, isn't it? So now we have about, before going to the second part of the lesson, first part is tanks and second part is groundwater, they have given you a description about fisherman. Okay, they have taken a village which is nearby to Kodada, around 16 kilometers from Kodada near Suryapet, the village called Betavolu. And there you have people who do fishing, whose livelihood is fishing, like Gangaputra, and they are called as Besta. Those people who belong to this caste live on fishing. So early morning 4 o'clock they start going on for fishing, and what type of nets they use, all that is being given just in brief, children. And they have given the names of fish which are being sold in the markets and all. Later in the next lesson you will have a clear description about how fishermen go into the oceans and seas, catch fish, and what they will do, all that is being given. So here now in this lesson they have given you about fishing. What is fishing? People go catch fish from the rivers, bring them back, sell them and get money. That is their livelihood. Even if it rains, or even if it is very hot, or even if it is very cold, they are least bothered, because every day they go into the seas and oceans or rivers for fishing. Okay, so what happens is here, just given you a brief description about fishing, children. So in this Betavolu village, many families are there who do fishing. Okay, and briefly I will tell you what are the contents in this part. Okay, so they have given us an information that they use two types of net. You all know net, isn't it? Vala. So they use two types. Sanna vala, doddu vala. Sanna vala, doddu vala. How can you differentiate? Means you will have holes in the net. Small holes will be there and big holes will be there. Small holes will be there for catching prawns, small fish and all. Big holes net will be used for catching big fish. Okay, so they go early in the morning by 4 o'clock into the river, catch fish, and by 8 o'clock they come back and they will sell the fish. And if supposing they are not able to sell the fish, what they will do, they will clean them and dry them up. Okay, and sometimes they send to other states also. Okay, and moreover, what is happening, they have given you some names also, children, so no need to worry about it. Like see, you have about Kannulu means the holes in the net, and then you have Dodduvala and Sannavala. I told you, you have two types of vala also. One day, the way they catch fish, Visire vala. You must have seen, no? They'll catch the net and they'll just throw it on. That is called as Visire vala in shallow water. Okay, in shallow water. And the other one is Kachuvala. Kachuvala means they'll just put that into the water and they'll drag it up. Okay, so that is being used in the more deep waters. Okay, for less deep waters or shallow waters, they use Visire vala. Okay, and then regarding this fish and all, we can say that, because anyhow in the next lesson you are going to have a very detailed explanation. So here I am just want to mention you is, because in the tanks they have water and fish will be growing in that, these people will catch the fish and sell. But later on these tanks are being polluted and no more fish are being used. So what is happening is, the government has given an encouragement to the farmers or the people who do fishing, or fisheries department is with them, and they have aquaculture, children. Aquaculture is the word used to where, like how we have poultry farming and all, where hens are grown and all, like that. You have aquaculture, means small ponds are being dug up, filled with water, and fish breed is put in that. So they grow into fish. Chapal cherulu, royal cherulu antar kada. So in that way, this is also a type of farming, children. it comes under farming only. So that means they use, this is called as blue revolution. Blue revolution means increasing the production of fish and prawns. Okay children, different names of fish is given that you can read in the textbook. Okay, and regarding the nets also I have told you, and cooperative societies have been found. If you recollect what has happened in the previous year, like you had tradesmen and middlemen will be there, the traders will be there who will give money to the farmers and then they will insist them to sell the produce to them only. Like that here also you have cooperative societies and fishery department is there. From the government side you have fishery department and cooperative societies are there. These, for fishing also people need money. So all this is being provided, and the fish which is being caught have to be given to these people only. Okay, and regarding that is fishing. And now coming to the part 2 lesson, that is groundwater. Now what is groundwater? I told you surface water means the water in tanks, rivers, oceans, seas and all comes under surface water. Groundwater means the water which gets accumulated or which is present within the earth's crust is called as groundwater. That water only we are dragging up with the help of bore wells. Okay children, so now in this also we have pervious rocks and impervious rocks. That means the water which is collected below the rocks is called as groundwater. Okay, so what happens now children, everywhere you must have observed below the earth's crust also you have all rocks and some gaps will be there in between. So if supposing the it will be like this children, rounds. Okay, and sometimes the water gets collected between the gaps of these rocks. Understood? So those rocks are called as pervious rocks. Okay, which allow the water to get collected are called pervious rocks. And the water which gets collected below the rocks is called as aquifer. AQUIFER, aquifer. Okay. Now these aquifers definitions and all I will be giving you all children. So pervious rocks, and opposite of pervious rocks is impervious rocks. What are impervious rocks? Impervious rocks are those which do not allow the water to pass. Understood? So pervious rocks are those which have which allow the water to get collected beneath them, and impervious rocks, for everything definitions are there children, I will be making you to write. Okay, so beneath these the water gets collected, and you have a water table in page number 28. I want you to go through that carefully, and some questions are given there, you have to answer. Understand that, and if you don't understand, just ask me children. We will discuss about it later, because unless and until you have it in front of you and you go through it, you will not be able to understand. Okay, so the level of water beneath the ground is called as water table. It is also called as water table because I'll just tell you a simple example here. Now supposing I am constructing a house and I want to dig a borewell. So the next house, they dug up a borewell long back up to 500 meters. Okay, so they got water. I'm just giving an example. It is generally measured in not meters but feet. You must have heard anywhere how much deep is borewell dug. Okay, so it is given in feet. So what I will do when I come to know that their borewell is 500 feet below, then what I will do, will I go till 500 only? No, I will go up to 700. Yes or no? From next house, they are constructing an apartment. So apartment means, you know, many families will be there, many portions will be there, all need more water. Yes or no? So what they will do? They will go up to 1200 feet. When they go up to 1200 feet, do you expect the first house who is up to 500 feet will get water? No. And generally in summer season we will be hearing the word that bore endipoindi, there is no water in the bore well. This is what happens, because as deeper and deeper people are going to get water. That is only given here. Understood? That is given here. Okay, so if you read, you will be able to understand. So what happens is, sometimes when we are drawing more and more water, at the same time we have the necessity to recharge the groundwater. How will you recharge? You'll pour with buckets? No, children. So the water which gets absorbed into the earth's crust is called as percolation. Okay, it's called as percolation. Percolation means getting absorbed. So that is why people nowadays, what they are doing, they are digging up tanks. They are having soaking pits. Soaking pits are called as ఇంకుడు గుంతలు. ఇంటి దగ్గర చిన్న గుంట తీసేసి రాళ్ళేసి పెడతాం. So even if the tank, overhead tank gets filled, then the water goes down and get collected into the soaking pool. So what will happen when the water gets collected there? It starts getting absorbed into the earth. Okay, children. So that is how the groundwater can be recharged. Okay, so it is very, very important. And some points are also given here. You try to understand, read. It's very, very simple because, and moreover, have you ever tasted borewell and the drinking water? Drinking water means the tap water which we get. The municipal people will give us now. Every alternate day we'll be getting. That is fresh water which we get. And bore water, have you ever tasted? It will be hard water, children, because minerals will be there. Sometimes it will be tasteless and sometimes you feel a different taste because it is from the underground. And the water which we are dragging, there also what will happen, always there is the presence of rocks. It is in between the rocks. So the rocks contain minerals. And as always they are in the water, weathering process takes place. ఆ రాళ్ళు అరగడం వల్ల the water, the minerals which are there in the rocks get into the water, and there is the different taste of bore water. Okay, children. And then you have bunds and all. I told you we have to recharge groundwater means we have to have the percolation tanks. Percolation tanks means we have to see that the water is not getting wasted and it has to get absorbed into the earth. Okay, children. And then use of groundwater, I told you we use so much of water. As many as apartments are constructed, that much deeper they go down and drag the water. But nowadays in cities, what is happening? It is considered as a concrete jungle. Concrete means if small place is there, we'll construct a room. We never find soil anywhere. Matti ekkada kanapadadu manaki. So when soil is not there, what will happen? How will the water get collected? Koncham varsham padangane bandal మీద నుంచి జారిపోయి waste drainage లోకి వెళ్ళిపోతుంది. So we have to stop that. We have to see that the water is not going into the drainage channel, but it gets absorbed into the earth. That is called as percolation. Okay, that is why we have so many slogans and all. Yes or no? Save water. What are we to do to save water? We should not use more water. We should not just allow the tap to be open and continuous flow of water should not be there, because there are so many places where there is shortage of water. People don't have drinking water also, but because water is available for us, we are just wasting. And I think I told you also, if we bring water to the first floor or second floor, then we will use it carefully. But if you just switch on the motor and the water is in the overhead tank, we'll just forget about it. It overflows, and somewhere after so much of time we'll switch off. So much of water will be wasted. So we should not do all that. We have to save water. And regarding this lesson, I want you to write slogans related to saving water. Save water. Okay. And I think if in the Improve Your Learning posters are not given, I want you to draw and show me like related to save water. Okay, children, you all read the lesson. I'm going to give you the lesson also, and please I think children, have you done the rain gauge? In the previous lesson I told you all. Yes, if you show me, then I'll consider it for marks. Understood? As project I will be entering marks, so you have to prepare the rain gauge also. Okay, children. And now for this lesson, I want you to write slogans. Slogans means you all know. Save water. Water is life. Like that you have to write. Okay. So you have to write 2 or 3 slogans and show me. And also you have to draw a poster showing the importance of water. Is it clear, children? Thank you.